Yes, folks, it's the midnight hour. It's Tuesday Tunes. It's Ms Cassidy. And we've got the fans with us, and they're returning. Welcome to episode 78.
It was the nicest little whorehouse you ever saw. It lay about a mile outside the city limits. Sheriff Jack Roy Wallace picked it out for Miss Willa Jean in 1910, and she moved there with her girls from over the hardware store on Main Street.
Texas lay where trees were at its cool index, fresh lemonade. Soft summer wind had a trace of perfume, and a fan was turning in every room. 20 fans were turning, they were turning, 20 fans were turning in every room. Fingers were burning, they were burning, and you had to have a way to cool down.
Right from the beginning, the little house was kind of special, like a home away from home. Miss Willa Jean put a piano in the parlor to sort of help break the ice. A feller could ask a girl to dance, or if he held back a little, she'd ask him. Pretty soon they'd get a little business going. $2 worth. It wasn't long before the place became one of the better-known pleasure palaces in all of Texas. So much so that the fellers who visited during World War I sent their sons back in World War II. The hospitality and friendliness never changed, and neither did Miss Willa Jean's strict set of rules. She liked her ladies, as she called them, to treat her customers real good, but never in an unladylike way. And she insisted that each girl check her gentleman for the clap and wash him off with soap and warm water. Some of the fellas claimed that was the best part. It was only during the Hoover Depression that the little house had a spell of tough times. Miss Willa Jean put in a jukebox to spark up business. But it wasn't always easy in them days to come up with hard cash. So for a while, as the story goes, the girls began accepting poultry in trade. One bird, one leg. And that's how the place got its name. The Chicken Ranch.
Yes, way back in the late 1970s. Way down Texas way, there was a little house where all sorts was happening, and everyone was having a whole lot of fun. And that's we're in episode 78. The year the show premiered on the great Broadway. I thought we'd go back to our home roots, a little old down in the deep south, where the fans were turning, and they still are today somewhere out there, having a whole lot of fun. Strictly adults only, of course. Welcome to episode 78, folks. It's great to have your ears, my words, on this marvelous music of Carol Hall to open up the show with all the guys and dolls and all the greatest dollars, all of course. Miss Pardon in the 1980s version of the movie with the great, wonderful Mr. Reynolds. Y'all, come back now, you hear? Oh, you have. It's been a week or two since I've been on the air. Actually, it's been a fortnight since I've been in the air with you guys. We had to miss last week because I have had an injury. I've been incapacitated and badly damaged my right arm, unfortunately. And there was no whips or rough stuff or any of that going on. No, I had a little accident. So I've been off the air, but I am back with you all for this wonderful edition, episode 78. Here we are to celebrate. I thought we would open with that wonderful house of well-known ill repute of the yesteryears on all the centuries gone by, where a whole lot of fun's gone on, and a whole lot of other houses followed the same patterning of Miss Willa Jean, Miss Mona, and all us gals since, Miss Parham and Miss Connors, myself, yours truly, and we're us adults who've had some wild times and some wonderful moments beneath the roof of sin and above the the gates of heaven, honey. Especially when they're coming to town. And we're almost into December, of course, where Santa Claus will be coming to town. And seeing all you great and wonderful folks and getting gifts for the kids and finding out what the wish lists are for each and every one of you to see what dreams we can make come true from all of the elves and Mrs. Claus and Santa and the reindeers and everything that comes with this wonderful festive time of year that we're approaching. I thought it would be nice to reflect on some of the wild and wonderful times as much as the the beautiful and family-oriented and more Puritan moments as well. And through the good, the bad, the ugly, and what people perceive as houses of sin, of course, the King's Theatre holds Cinderella this year with the wonderful Michelle Antrobus in the role of Cinderella, who I performed with in Copacabana, the musical, when we were showgirls and pirates and all those wonderful things that we were, honey. And Dancing Fools up in Stevenage at the Gordon Craig Theatre 20 years ago. We must have been 1 year old or something. I don't remember. But the wonderful Michelle Antrobus, who is a great star of the musical theater, has appeared in West End hits such as Chicago, is playing the wonderful role of Cinderella. I wish you all the best, sweetheart. With a great cast, including the great Jack Edwards in the role of Dame and many other great and wonderful roles. So get along to your local theaters. The King's Theatre's got Cinderella here. Up in Stafford at the Gatehouse Theatre, the wonderful Jason Sutton, Miss Jason, as he's fondly known, is playing sister to the wonderful William Pico, West End star of hits such as the wonderful Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. He was my dance captain on the show, and has also appeared and been on many involvements of shows such as Dirty Dancing, and the wonderful pop sensation Alan Jay, who's also a panto favorite from We Up in Edinburgh, is also appearing, I believe, as Dondini or with the Princess and Princesses. That's my best Scottish accent at the moment. Whilst I'm sat here in pain with my arm bandaged and some pain medication to eradicate, not irrelevate. I don't think that's a word. To eradicate the pain that's in my arm at the moment. I have been in agony, guys. So for the princes out there, as Into the Woods is on Broadway, and those of you that have been singing as the two princes of Cinderella and Rapunzel, you've caused me agony, darlings. So I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. But I'll soon heal because, you know, I'm a spiritual being and my body will heal. It's already doing very well in the last week and a half since I had the injury. I'm on the mend. My beautiful mom, who is one of the greatest carers in the world, has been looking after me and making me chicken soup and redressing the bandage and things. So God bless you, Mom. Thank you, darling. And for all of you who have sent healing thoughts, prayers, wishes, and messages, thank you so much. It's been really an abundance of messages, which is just lovely to see that so many of you care and, are wishing me well. Thank goodness, as I wish you all well and wish you all health, wealth, and happiness in these struggling times. And of course, my pops celebrated his birthday just a couple of days ago too, etching up the old Richter scale of life. Happy birthday, Dad, for showing me everything you have in the world and teaching me some very valuable lessons and wise knowledge of the big bad world and some of the good times we've had, the shows we've worked on, the set designs that you've created for me when I've been choreographing and on the production table, such as La Cage aux Folles and the Priscilla Gala at the King's when you created the huge, oh God, it must have been 25-foot stiletto and the magical moments, the Little Shop of Horrors set design that you built and constructed with the fellas, and many, many more productions. And of course, Little Shop of Horrors is in production at the moment with the Portsmouth Players, which opens in March, the Milton Barnes Studio Theatre. And Goldilocks and the Three Bears is over at the Mayflower Theatre in Southampton. And Harriet Thorpe is also appearing with Jason, Will Pico, and Alan and the guys up at the Stafford Theatre, of course, most known for the British Empire as the crazy receptionist Carol, and of course from absolutely fabulous fame. And recently beat me to the part of Vera up in Manchester with Tracy Bennett and Mame. But I'll get my turn to play Mame, I think, soon, darling. Perhaps you'll be my Vera. Who knows? Until it's all cast. But I wish you as Fairy Godmother and all of the cast a great success and a wonderful run up there. And the many other houses staging many other productions. Of course, there is the Spring Arts and Heritage Center in Havant, which I don't get to talk about all that often. Some of the smaller venues, which are, of course, always worth a mention. Downton Abbey is on 7:30 p.m. They play some films from time to time. On the 30th of November, the Adventures into Space for the Family on the 1st of December, the Havant Light Opera Trial by Jury Christmas Show on the 1st of December, Forget Me Not Films, Meet Me in St. Louis is playing on the 5th of December, Johnny Coppin All on a Winter's Night, 25th Anniversary Show is on the 8th of December, and South Coast Soul Review's Christmas Soul and Funk Party on the 9th of December. So some great happenings there. The Portsmouth Guildhall Storytelling and Puppetry Workshop on the 4th of December. And we have Milton Glee Christmas Concert on the 4th of December in the afternoon. Paul Heaton and Jackie Abbott featuring Billy Bragg in the main auditorium on the 5th of December. And the super sensation from Italia, Il Divo, will be in Portsmouth's Guildhall on the 6th of December for a 7 p.m. show. And other highlights, Joanne Shaw Taylor on the 7th of December, Rebels on the 7th of December also. An evening of burlesque. The People's Lounge presents Mulvey's Medicine. That's on the 8th of December. And the Untouchables Darts Tournament is happening on the 9th of December. And Mom and I, well, she's been nursing me back to health and being better. We're chatting about when my dear friend Kieran McGinn was appearing in Motown at the Shaftesbury Theatre in London. Mom and I went up a few years ago for her birthday for a beautiful meal in Covent Garden and to see the show. And I couldn't have been prouder to have seen one of my old co-stars from when we featured in Crazy For You and other shows many years ago. To see you up there on the boards in all of your glory was magic. And on the subject of Motown and magic, the Magic of Motown is coming to the Portsmouth Guildhall on the 10th of December. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. And These Hills Are Ours at the Guildhall Studio on the 10th of December. And Jack Whitehall, the hysterical comedian and actor, is a work in progress on the 13th of December. Some great things happening there, guys, for you all at the Portsmouth Guildhall. And just touching on some Brighton happenings, as I used to be a Brighton resident for a long while. The Theatre Royal has a few performances of Ian McKellen and John Bishop's Mother Goose, which is going to be playing at the Duke of York in London after a preview at the Theatre Royal Brighton, the 3rd to the 11th of December. And Live at Christmas comedy show is on Monday the 12th. Death Drop Back in the Habit, which is supposed to be hysterical. Get ready to laugh non-stop, is Tuesday the 13th to Saturday the 24th of December. If you fancy something a little bit different from Panto, you have a comedy play, Whodunit. Death Drop, featuring Cheryl Hole, River Medway, Victoria Scone, and Louis Cypher, some of the Drag Race superstars. Want to keep an eye out for there. And for the family, the 18th of December to the 24th of December, also at the Theatre Royal Brighton, Sugar and Spice and All Things Mice. A little bit of Dick Whittington to tease you there. So some great happenings. I'm not going to give you the listings of everywhere, but I'll do what I can where I can to get you coming on out to see some great theatre, pantomimes, musicals, plays at your favorite places where we can. And, as it's been my dad's birthday recently, and Mom and I have been in nursing me back to health and wealth with the ibuprofen, and thank you all for your well wishes. I've really been in pain, but I'm on the road to recovery. And for all of us who have yet to be a part of the Rink, the musical, but are soon to be making that happen, and for all of the tough things that the world has thrown at us. And this year, with so many losses of our elder generations, mine and yours, and so many difficult and really, really big hurdles to overcome, this, I thought, an appropriate song for all of us. So we're all here for one another. I know we may argue sometimes, we may not agree sometimes, we may have very different opinions, but trust me, nation to nation and family to family, person to person, and friend to friend, we can make it. No matter what life throws at us, we'll survive.
Here's to the ring and all of us together, and all of us together. Let's drink to that.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Dino.
I don't know what's wrong, Anna. It always to be so everything fit.
It's okay. I'm right here for you. People may hurt us. We can take it. Here comes a bad day. We can shake it. I'm with you. You're with me. We can make it. Some little quarrel. We'll get through it. Love isn't easy. We can do it. You and me. Wait and see. We can make it. Long as I know you're trying. Long as I know you care. Long as we stick together. We'll take on anything, anytime,
Beautiful moment from the Rink there, and talk about method acting. Some of those moments at the moment for when I eventually play in this wonderful piece by John Kander and Fred Ebb and Terrence McNally, and we get the brilliant cast that we have in mind together for the show. It's going to be something else, really it will. But whilst we are still in preparations for those things, talk about living a part or some of the parts of a show before appearing in it. My gosh, it's happened to me with other shows in the past, but living some moments and reflecting on some survival skills, really, to show the world a mirror image of some of the things that we live through, good and bad and indifferent. So happy birthday to us all. Charles celebrated his birthday not so long ago, and I hope it's a new beginning for all of us, globally, internationally, and nationally, regionally, and locally, because, without too much hatred and destruction, and more forethought on saving, nurturing, and making better of the world, we can all get along. And, if the world isn't too greedy and too nasty, then there is a place for all of us to survive and enjoy all of what we have. There's a whole lot of people to teach a whole lot of things to and show different ways of living in comparison to some of their older lives, which were, people are supposed to live a better life if they've been through hell in the early stages of their life, or sometimes people are challenged if they've had a privileged life early on in life, but not later on. But let's try and all make everybody have some sort of decent quality of living. And we all have the ability to do that and to help out and to be charitable where we can and nurture and help, so in the fight to help eradicate poverty and to make sure people are not malnutritioned and, are well-fed, well-watered, housed and sheltered and all of those things. Because with all of us and the right minds, we can make a difference and we will survive. So, with the song choices, I'm going to whisk you back to a lot of the 1978 season, as we're in the 78th edition today of My Tuesday Tunes. And, with so much going on in the world, I'm here to tell you, I know that it looks destructive and looks like the end for so many moments, but actually, it's not the end of the world. And here a moment from Marty Webb, the great superstar and talent that was Marty Webb, and her wonderful LP, Tell Me on a Sunday, which was, of course, one of the acts of Song and Dance in which she appeared with Wayne Sleep. And her lyrics and moments of music and singing were one part of the show, and the dancing of Wayne in the other part of the show, Dance Through Life, a two-hander with an ensemble of great artists from Andrew Lloyd Webber's wonderful show with the lyrics of Don Black. And, we have to look sometimes and think, okay, so it's we've gone through a difficult situation or we've gone through a tougher time. It's not the end of the world if somebody is one thing or another. It's not the end of the world if somebody's younger than you and you're in a relationship with them, or having a fling if you're single and want to do that. It's not the end of the world if a person is married and you want to be friends with them. It's not the end of the world if, there's all sorts of difficult situations we overcome. And I hope these lyrics help a few of you out there if you're going through some of those moments of doubt in your mind.
It's not the end of the world if he's younger. It won't show, no one need know. It's not the end of the world, these things happen. I won't let that worry me yet. Where does it say it's wrong? Tell me what's a few years. It's nobody's business what I do with my life. To all of those people, I have only one thing to say. Go away. It's not the end of the world if I'm older. What's a few
isn't the end of the world, darling. And no matter what happens in life, some people are meant to be with people that are in a different category of their lives, Some people I know, my parents, for instance, when, they first met, there's a few years difference, and my Mom had my first big brother when she was very, very young. And, these things happen. People experience all sorts of different things at different stages of their lives. And if you, look at the world as age is a number, if you're consensually in a relationship or a fling or having a bit of a nookie with someone who's a few years your senior or a few years your junior, then that's your prerogative. It's nobody else's business. And The Graduate will tell you all about that. It's one to watch if you're not familiar with it. But don't let others' opinions cast a shadow over your world or the way you live. Just because, I've been in relationships and long-term relationships with people very near to my age or by a few months, and also been in relationships with people much, much older than me because I've loved the conversation and the the security and all of those things. But also I've been had wild times with people much younger than me, and they've enjoyed it just as much as I have, darling. Let me tell you. As we've opened with the best little whorehouse in Texas today, I thought we'd touch on a few of these subjects and not let the world today worry us too much about how we've lived, because it's our prerogative. And, it's your choice how you live your life. Don't let others tell you how to do things too much. As long as you're not going out of your way to hurt anybody or harm anybody, then, live and let live, and leben und leben lassen, as they would say in cabaret. Coming up at Arundel's Priory Playhouse, where I featured in Merrily We Roll Along and On the Town, along with Grease and Hot Mikado and many other great shows. The wonderful, beautiful cast of Arundel's wonderful company has a Christmas concert Friday the 16th and Saturday the 17th of December. Get along to see that if you can. Tickets are available at the box office on 07523 417 926. And Hound of the Baskervilles is on from the 7th to the 11th of February next year. And a little bit of a darker piece, Murder at Arundel Manor, on Saturday the 4th of March, if you like something a bit more dark and devilish, looking into next year's happenings. And here's one on the to-do list of musicals, which we haven't quite done yet. And my dear friend who co-choreographed my very first musical that I staged, which was Dames at Sea, when I was 17 years old, with Young World Productions all those years ago. My dear friend Rachel Barrell, who appeared in great shows from Belle on Touring Beauty and the Beast and Thoroughly Modern Millie and Phantom of the Opera as Christine. A legend, really, darlings, an absolute legend. And I know in her college years she appeared in this great show, Once Upon a Matress, which is the telling of The Princess and the Pea, a beautiful fairy tale. And a tale that's a little lost amongst the classics such as Snow White and Cinderella and Jack and the Beanstalk and Aladdin and a lot of the Dick Whittingtons, etc., that are played in panto. This is one of my favorite books from my childhood, The Princess and the Pea, I mean. And the musicalization of it, Once Upon a Matress. I won't give the story away too much because we'll wait till we're getting it staged and happening. But this great number from the show is glorious, that the princess, or the perceived princess, sings out for her prince. It's a beautiful show, and this is a great number, rarely seen and heard. I've only ever played one number from this on my previous Monday musical hour last year, so I thought we'd delve back into it for Tuesday Tunes in this lovely, lovely number from the show. The time before I played a number from the show was Sensitivity, which the Queen sings, but I thought we'd have a little bit of the princess singing now. And beautiful number it is. I hope you enjoy it. It's great and such a laugh of a show. And I'm sure a few of you out there can appreciate that we've all spent a little time once upon a mattress with one prince or another. But only once. Or maybe twice or three times. Oh God, the memory books. On the memory banks. I hope there aren't books of it. the room of the husbands. And of course, since Miss Sarah Jessica Parker recently featured in the Hocus Pocus 2, I thought it a nice one to link from little dark and devilish moments of Halloween into the glory of lighthearted kingdoms and fairy tales of Christmas time. And the magic castles.
Queen Agravain, and this is my husband, King Sextimus. He's a fool. He's under a spell and unable to speak, thank goodness. We are not terribly close, though we have produced an heir. My precious Prince Dauntless. He's not married because we simply can't find a princess for him who is as beautiful, as wise, and as sensitive as I am. Alas, there is no such princess to be found. You swam the moat.
All right, I was a little anxious. I heard you had an opening for a princess. Any princess. I figured the early bird. Oh, anyway, here I am. Who's the lucky man?
Oh, no.
Someone's being bashful. That's no way to be. Not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you, and I can understand your point of view. I've always been shy. I confess it, I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident dare is a mask that I wear? 'Cause I'm shy, and you may be sure. Way down deep I'm demure. Though some people I know might deny it, at bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm aware that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by. I pretend to be strong, but as weak as I am, all I can do is try. God knows I try, though I'm frightened and shy. And despite the impression I give, I confess that I'm living a lie. Because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy. I'm going fishing for a mate. I'm gonna look in every brook. But how much longer must I wait with bated breath and hope? And that is why, though I'm painfully shy, I'm insane to know which, sir, you, sir.
Not I, sir.
Then who, sir, where, sir, and when, sir. I couldn't be tense, sir. So let's get this done and get on with the fun, man. I am one man.
Introvert or extrovert? We have our moments where we can come out of our shells a little and, explore into the darkest depths of our souls to find who we really are. And that wonderful retelling of The Princess and the Pea, Once Upon a Matress. A beautiful show. And that was the Broadway revival cast there with Sarah Jessica Parker. Of course, Carol Burnett, who... of course, you may remember as Miss Hannigan in the movie of Annie, which we're going to touch on a little later, because 1978 was the Broadway season when Annie was out there and playing out loud and proud. So we'll have a new deal for Christmas a little later to complete the show today, as we're entering the festive month from First, Mom and I are getting out the decorations to start decorating the house and the tree and making it all look beautiful with the candles and the baubles, bangles, and beads and all those wonderful moments. A little bit of Kismet coming up later too, as that was also playing the boards in London of 1978. So many more beautiful things happening. And as the holly gets out and the wonderful mistletoe and the, all the beautiful moments of Christmas, the mince pies and the mulled wine and all those glorious moments where all of the bars and restaurants will be, I'm sure, having Christmas menus and a la carte treats, as well as the good old standard turkeys and tinsels and all the great things that come with Christmas. Prawn cocktails and melon balls and all those Abigail's party moments of the 70s delights. We've got a lot happening, and the Salt Shack cafe up at Northny Marina on the island of Hailing. We have some wonderful cream high teas where you can get lots of nice things, and the standard menu, which is a glorious menu, by the way, with lots of delights and all of the variations of coffees and teas you can think of, and nice Bailey's latte and things like that, all the yummy treats that you love and adore. And I'm going to be venturing out to some performances at JJ's in Emsworth. I'm coming back for our Christmas party. We had a rearrangement, as I said, with some of the dates, but we fixed the date for this Sunday the 4th. Myself and Mama Funk, who is a glorious vocalist. The two of us are going to be doing a double feature show at JJ's Bar and Restaurant in Emsworth between 6 and 8, Sunday the 4th, with an evening supper menu, cocktails available, 2 for £15, and many other delightful treats. And great time will be had by all, with some lovely festive tunes and some great new things that I've never done before. And Mama Funk is great. She's going to be giving you some real great tunes and some lovely live music from the two of us this Sunday, the 4th of December, to begin the festivities as we mean to go on with happy holidays to one and all. So lots is occurring, and I'm down at the Dockyard Club as well come the 9th of December for a big birthday party, which is going to be great. So looking forward to returning to you folks. And I'm back to the Belgrave on Albert Road come Christmas week, the Christmas Eve show, which is going to be lovely. And lots of other things as the month goes on that I'll let you know about as we progress. And you can see us doing some little homages for World AIDS Day, of course, on the 1st of December, this Thursday, to remember all the people that have come before us and we lost over many distant years when things were tougher and modern medicine wasn't as it is now, and how we found a cure for so many things, and there are still cures to be found for so many things. I stand in solidarity with our fellow brothers and sisters around the world and our fellow countrymen and nations who have stood for the quilt, and all the angels, punks, and raging queens, and all of the people who made a difference by raising their voice and their motions and their notions and lifestyles to pave the way for others like myself and who were lost to the tragedy of the epidemics of years gone by, and hopefully that we can salvage and never go through those moments again, to think on and not be downtrodden by the past and look to better and more solid solutions to the future, but never ever forgetting all the people that came before us to change our worlds. And on that note, for all the heroes, thank you. A project we're soon to work on in the flicks, and it's going to be amazing. I can't release too much information, but it is in the works and will be phenomenal when it all happens. So for all the heroes of the world, from the smallest, or what's perceived to be the smallest part of society, to the largest, thank you all. Everybody makes a difference in this world these days.
silently fighting their way through the haze. Many unconscious to all sight and sound, though they lie there moving, they are heroes all around. In apartments and wards, the angels descend to cool a fever, to sit with a friend, to fill in the void where no family is found. Though they'd never admit it, they are heroes all around.
They're out there right now, fighting a war, creating miracles, working for more. Their deeds unrewarded, their glory unfound. No missions recorded, but there are heroes all around.
We all can be heroes by giving a hand, running an errand, or making a stand. Let's fight heaven's sorrow with feet on the ground. In the war for tomorrow, we need heroes all around.
Heroes all around. Elegies for angels, punks, and raging queens. Or eulogies, as we may translate. And Bill Russell and Janet Hood's music and lyrics beautifully sung there by Miguel Brown, Kim Criswell, Simon Green, and Kwame Kwe Arma. From the London production of Elegies for Angels, Punks, and Raging Queens, some 30 years ago in the very early 90s. 92, 93. And I remember all of our angels, all of the punks, and all of our raging queens who have made us laugh, cry, and made a difference. And I hope I've made a difference to some of you as well, wherever I can. And we can take moments also. You know, we don't want to be too sad. We have to remember all of the good and happy moments of all of the lives that came before us to pave a way for our futures and our moments and magic that will occur along the way. And in Kismet, there was a lot of magic. And whilst I know some of you will be taking a moment on the 1st of December, and my friends who also share birthdays on that particular day, for Scott and Rebecca and Andrew and all of you who made a difference to the vigils and the tributes and honors that occur on that very special day. Some of us will also be putting up the decorations and remembering how everybody that's gone decorated our lives. And in Kismet, there were so many things. What should they buy? Baubles, bangles, or beads?
Baubles, bangles, hear how they ring. bangles and beads glitter and gleam so. Make somebody dream so that someday he may buy me a ring, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I've heard that's where it leads. Wearing baubles, bangles, and beads. Tell me before I waltz out of your life, before turning my back on the past. Forgive my impertinent behavior, but how long do you think this pantomime can last? Tell me before I ride off in the sunset, there's one thing I never got clear. How can you claim you're our savior when those who oppose you are stepped on or cut up or simply disappear?
Tell me before you get onto your bus, before joining the forgotten brigade. How can one person like me say, alter the time-honored way the game is played? Tell me before you get onto your high horse, just what you expect me to do. I don't care what the bourgeoisie say. I'm not in business for them, but to give all my descamisados a magical moment or two.
Irresistible, ever run fundamental system of government, quite incidental.
So what are my chances of honest advances? I'd say low. Better to win by admitting my sin than to lose with the halo.
Tell me before I seek worthier pastures and thereby restore self-esteem. How can you be so short-sighted to look never further than this week or next week, to have no impossible dream?
Allow me to help you slink off to the sidelines and mark your adieu with 3 cheers. But first tell me who'd be delighted if I said I'd take on the world's greatest problems, from war to pollution, no hope of solution, even if I live for 100 years.
Irresistible, ever run fundamental system of government, quite incidental.
So go if you're able to somewhere unstable and stare. Whip up your head in some tonic state, but not here, dear. Is that clear, dear? Oh, what I give for 100 years, but the physical interferes. Every day more, oh my creator, what is the good of the strongest heart in a body that's falling apart? A serious flaw, I hope you know that.
A beautiful retelling They're from Madonna and Antonio Banderas from the 96 hit movie Evita, directed by Alan Parker, the late, great Alan Parker, and of course, the writing team of Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. And of course, opened on Broadway 1978. And as our bodies go through moments of pain, I can appreciate Ava's moments of deterioration there. And also the moments of confrontation we all must go through in our lives sometimes to make a difference in a challenging world. And for my own great-grandmother's namesake, Ava. And of course, for my interesting world, it opened in London the year I was conceived and born. So all that was going on whilst I was being created. Fancy that, huh? And waltz for Ava and Shay there. And prior to that, you heard Nina Simone's version, jazz arrangement of Baubles, Bangles, and Beads from Kismet, which was revived in the season of 78. And I hope you're all getting your baubles, bangles, and beads out and being decorative and lovely and not quite as confrontational as Ava and Shay in the waltz there. All right, a few more fabulous tunes for you as we come to the end of November and enter the beautiful festive season of happy holidays and marvelous moments, being the month of December. Here's one from Mitzvah Boy for all of you who may have a little bit of Jewish in you. You know what I mean? This is hoping you'll all be dancing and celebrating through December, no matter what your religion, what your beliefs. If you're coming of age or heading towards your Bar Mitzvah, then this is for you. And the many lessons were taught at a certain age of what we should and shouldn't be doing. Thou shalt not. Whatever your faith, whatever you become, from your early learnings to your later traditions, faith, and purity, sometimes you take it all back to basics.
Samea,
beautiful for my very, very dear brother, Dave Flynn, and drag queen sister, of course. For all of our sisterhoods, brotherhoods, motherhoods, fatherhoods, and childhoods. Sometimes we go back to the early teachings and the early learnings of many things. Thanks so much for tuning in this week, guys and girls and beautiful people of the world. Don't forget, of course, there are other happenings around here, there, and just about everywhere. Chichester Festival Theatre, a wonderful dome-shaped theatre where you get pretty much show in the round, has Mrs. Warren's Profession from the 30th of November to the 3rd of December in the Festival Theatre. At the Minerva, there is Glisten from the 2nd to the 4th of December, Christmas concerts from the 5th to the 10th of December, and the Christmas Bandioki on the 9th of December at the Minerva Bar and Grill, Dear Santa, which is a live show, 10th to the 24th of December at the Minerva. Wind in the Willows is the festive treat of the season, from the 17th to the 31st of December. And then we have Mischief and Mystery in Moomin Valley come January. So get along and see what you can, where you can. And Titchfield Festival Theatres, which is a charming location on the map, has A Christmas Carol, the last chance to see the show this week. And then it's into the Nutcracker, the Titchfield Festival Theatre's original pantomime. So it's a pantomimed version of the Nutcracker. And you can get tickets for both Christmas Carol and the Nutcracker at www.ticketsource.co.uk/TF Theatre /TFJZXYPNO. If you can remember that, or just get along and see it where you can. The Station Theatre on Hailing Island has Meet Santa at the Christmas Grotto on the 17th of December, the 12:30 and 2 p.m. and 11 a.m. chances to do that. So £5 per child, parents for free, with shows, songs, and refreshment. So get along if you want to be a little Christmassy and magical. That's at the Station Theatre. And then Treasure Island is going to be gracing the stage of the Station Theatre from the 6th of January through to the 13th, which is going to be a joyous show. Join the heroic Jim Hawkins and his raucous man as Long John Silver's pirates face their most terrifying enemy yet, the ladies of the Smuggler's Cove Women's Institute. Which is going to be a great, great show. The online booking for that is stationtheatre.co.uk. Or you can call the box office on 0333 666 3366. A great show that's going to be on Hailing Island. And come the latter part of January, the 21st of January, Bring On the Musicals, which is going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. And Calendar Girls, the musical, is also coming to the Station Theatre Tuesday the 24th to Saturday the 28th of January. With a score by Gary Barlow and a wonderful boobs, bums, and strategically placed cakes and calendars and instruments to cover the naughty bits. And then looking way ahead into March, Outward Bound, a new show by Sutton Vane, is going to be playing out at the station then. Again, with the same box office number. So lots to tickle your fancy and lots of wonderful places to visit and treat yourself to. And, of course, all the family to many wonderful things. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the country, check out your local happenings at your theatres, bars, restaurants, and music venues, live music venues, to see what's on near you. Or travel to see somewhere else and be a bit exciting in your life. And, of course, with so much happening, we don't really have much time to misbehave. And in the 78th season, this wonderful Fat Swallow musical opened. So if you're behaving yourself this season and just wrapping presents and getting the decks up and thinking of family and all those gorgeous things, or helping and being charitable and puritanical where we can, I hope you ain't misbehaving, because I ain't. I'm behaving myself this year, just for a change. I may even include this in the set list on Sunday at JJ's in Emsworth, all right? If you're lucky. And if you've all not been misbehaving.
myself, no one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for, believe me. I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me on my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you.
Hi there, fellas. What you say? This is Little Fat Swallow, my mother's 285 pounds of jam, jive, and everything. They got me in on this V-Dis mess here this afternoon, so here it is. Watch out. One of my own compositions, Ain't Misbehaving, and I ain't either.
Gorgeous. And whilst we ain't misbehaving, let's go to something a little more traditional and sleek to complete today's Tuesday Tunes. With a quick reminder that we only have a few more weeks left of Tuesday Tunes, guys. And then we go to Wonderful Wednesdays for 2023. That's right. With yours truly, all through 2021, we were on a Monday musical hour. Then this year we've been on Tuesday Tunes. Next year we go to Wonderful Wednesdays, which reminds me to remind you that every Wednesday down at Back to the Belgrave, of course, you can get to Black Balloon Sessions with Johnny and the gang and all the live music each and every week. So don't forget to get yourself along to those great events, different artists up and coming into the wonderful world of our industry each and every week. And it's always fantastic. So I may even make a few appearances as I'll be on the Wednesday slot next year. So it'd be great to come back and see you guys. But leaves me for today to say thanks so much for tuning in. It makes a real difference for all of us to have some music therapy in our ears. And this one for the festivities. I know we're starting early as we're not quite into December, but this is a new deal for Christmas. And how about, if you're a Daddy Warbucks or an Annie out there, we all make a new deal for Christmas to be a little nicer, a little more caring, a little more charitable, and a little more loving in this mixed up, crazy world. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Good night, God bless, take care of yourselves and one another.
I know the depression's depressing.
The carols are stilled, the stores are filled,
And windows are minus their dressing.
the children don't grin, the Santas are thin.
And I've heard a terrible rumor. No goodwill, no cheer. But we'll get a new deal for Christmas this year.
The snowflakes are bright in the falling, and no oil fix, no peppermint stick,
And all through the land folks are falling.
and filled with despair, 'cause cupboards are bare.
But Santa's got brand new assistants. There's nothing to fear. They're bringing a new deal for Christmas this year. On Polly's Perkins. On Nicky's Wallet. On Martin's own Pudding.
Fill a pocket with colors.
On Roper and Swanson. Get along, Cornell Hall.
Get along, giddy up.
All your company up.
Build every city up.
Cheer every giddy up.
Fill every
I wish you happy holidays, everybody, and a fruitful festival season. Bye for now. And don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place, the Midnight Hour, Tuesday Tunes with yours truly. I'm going to leave you with this one this week, as most of my song choices this year have been from the 20th century. Here's a little number from On the 20th Century.
Granite? Bruce Granite? A talentless movie actor? I always knew she'd head for the gutter.
Yeah, but it's a mink-lined gutter, sire.
Boys, I loved her. I love her still.
Well, at times like these, I like to face reality and drink myself into a stupor. You know where I'll be.
Wait!
What is it?
Repent, for the time is at hand.
The sticker fiend strikes again.
Boys, I've got the play. Who was the greatest sinner of them all? She saw the light. She repented. Lily Garland as Mary Magdalene.
What are you talking about? What play?
The character for Lily. We are doing the Passion of Mary Magdalene. Now I go in there armed with the character Lily was born to play. Oliver, I want you to draw me up a theater contract for Lily. Make it the most stirring document since the Bill of Rights. I need a quick brushing up on the scriptures. Owen, find me a Bible.
On a moving train, sire? Someone up there was listening.
Oliver, back to the Remington. Owen, run me up a batch of press releases. It's Jaffe Garland again. Now for a complete change of character. From flamboyant lover to humble penitent.
Why? Why should we? Why do we stay with Oscar? Because he's talented, he's charming, and he owes us a lot of money.
Good evening, gentlemen. Lovely trip.
Oh, sensational.
Have you seen a Bible?
No.
Oh, well, I do hope it has fallen into the hands of some miserable sinner.
Madam, you can almost stake your life on it.
Listen, baby, forget the theater. We hit all the night spots in old Gotham, then it's back to the sunshine where we make beautiful, beautiful movies together.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Lily Garland's all confused. Maybe she's looking for something real.
Ah, surprise!
Oh,
Fish eggs.
fish eggs. Memories of Malibu.
Let me in there. I'm Max Jacobs. You're too late, Max Jacobs. What?
You worm.
Forgive me, Lily. I had to do it to save you. You've lost your perspective. You haven't had the sense to know what's good for you.
I have the sense to know a bad actor when I see one. Look at the signature.
Peter Rabbit? You double-crossing floozy.
Me? You cheap, treacherous con man. Did you really think I bought that pitiful little Eva bit for a second?
Oh, you heartless hooker.
It's getting dark.
You allowed me to humiliate myself.
Lily.
Mildred Plotka.
Overbaked ham.
Sellout.
Fraud.
Bleached floozy.
Has been.
Never was.
Methuselah's understudy.
I still love you, Lily.
I'm not listening.
I never stopped loving you. Can't you see it? You and me together again, back in our private world.
Not that again.
It would be different this time. There would be honesty, mutual respect, equal billing. I swear, Lily, I'll change.
Do you really think you can?
Never. But I promise you a lifetime of champagne and moonlight while I try.
And that was what the build-up was all for, folks. On the 20th Century. Opened the season of 78, revived not so long ago. Take care now, folks. Tune in next week for more fabulous frolics and tuneful tunes.
Life is like a train, a roaring
All aboard! Take care now, folks.